Alright guys, what's going on? It's Dylan here for another Talk and Drive. And before I do that, I'm going to do a light update for what's to come in the following season. Season actually starts filming this weekend. It is, like I've said on Twitter, I have a media credential for Big House with Big House 6, which if you don't know is one of the biggest Super Smash Brothers tournaments in the world. It's the biggest tournament held in the Midwest, ran by Juggle Rob or Juggle Guy himself, probably the most esteemed Smash tournament organizers to do it. And that will be filming this weekend. It won't be like a normal episode like you usually see. I've got some ideas for themes to touch on. I got some ideas for questions to ask maybe some of the top players if I get a chance to interview them. So it'll be a little bit of that, just to give you an idea of what that will be. And the idea for the season as a whole. As a lot of you know, I am a Smash Brothers Melee competitor and a commentator, and have done some journalistic pieces as well for the scene. And I will be covering the Smash community. As you know, Melee is my main game, so I hate to be a little biased to those who enjoy Wii U and even 64, but that's where I will be covering. But with some being able to pull some strings as being, known in the community, I'll be able to cover some other events. I'll be talking to a few guys in the 64 community. I'll be talking to a few guys in the Wii U community, and you guys will be, for those who don't know a lot about it, you'll be able to be educated about the communities, the differences in the games, things like that. And on top of that, for those who know a lot about the games, you'll be able to get a taste of the local Indiana community, maybe see a few of the guys you know, and maybe you might learn a little bit more about the games that with some knowledge, and learn about some of the other games that you don't play. But on top of that, it won't just be Smash. We'll get a few of the returners. I have a few people that I've reached out to that confirm that they do want to be on this season, which will be great. And we got a few new guys, so you'll get to see a few of the new buds for step on the Buds of Plenty set. So, haven't done a talk and drive in a while. It's been a few weeks, a few months actually, since I did which one was it? Not important. You'll see the description. You'll see the video on the channel. But this time, I kind of wanted to I hate to do a clickbaity title, but I want to talk about why I don't have Netflix. I've talked about using my free trial for many years since I was in college, and I really never cashed out on it. I did a few things with my roommates where they were using Netflix, and we used a database of what had all the movies that were on there, put movies that neither one of us had seen in a hat, drew those out, and then we watched them. So that was pretty cool. That was an event that him and I did, and we were able to bond over it, see a lot of different films, whether it be films that we had never seen, to films that were historic in their own way. So that was really cool. But I have never once either bummed a Netflix profile from someone or paid for one for myself, or used the free trial like I said. So there are 3 reasons why I don't have Netflix. The first one is I have a refusal to pay for a service, and that includes cable. Like a lot of you said, for those of you around me, you know that I refused to pay for cable last year, which caused me to not be able to watch football. I was in the first floor of an apartment building, so my antenna was very bad. So I was unable to watch football all last year. So as a result, I lost an interest in football, but now that's back because I was able to get those channels back with my antenna. The idea is that it's an easy way to save money. I know a lot of people pay a hefty price for cable. A lot of people pay for those, the Amazon Fire things. And so, I totally get there's ways around it. But I also don't think there's a lot of content that interests me, whether it be outside of sports. I mean, you have reality TV that really dominates, especially MTV and the cable networks. Shout outs to Shane. You have, and that's even falling into the other networks, such as the History Channel. The History Channel is full of it, whereas before it used to not be. But that's kind of a tangent. I kind of have a refusal to pay for the service, in which I would get burnout on it, quite frankly. The second reason I don't have Netflix is I'm very big on online content producers, very similar to myself, but through YouTube, Twitch, and some other services. I feel like those services are very specialized towards individuals, whether it be VG Bootcamp. That is a very esteemed, probably the biggest Melee and Smash streamer, and Gimmer's YouTube content is phenomenal. You have talk shows like Kinda Funny, maybe one of my biggest inspirations for Buds Aplenty, and you're able to get lots of content from that through Twitch and through YouTube. Sorry for the lighting. The sun is right behind us, so you kind of get an odd look. And there's a lot of other channels to subscribe to. There's IGN and a lot of other smaller, like Indieformer, to get your news on games. Whereas before, the buzz in YouTube, your big video source for things would only be through G4, which isn't even a thing anymore, if I remember right. There is talking about more talk shows. There's the talk shows like Colbert and Jimmy Fallon, Jimmy Kimmel, and even Seth Meyers. And you can subscribe to them, and you'll get that content. So you'll get a taste of your late night talk shows, be able to watch those small segments. Same with John Oliver. John Oliver has great content, and I'm a big advocate of watching his content because it really pushes towards change, positive change in the world, and especially our nation. So, man, you have Twitch streamers as well. You have cooking shows, which is becoming a bigger thing. You have art shows, especially like Bob Ross. A lot of you guys like Bob Ross. And you'll be able to have that content, but then you also can go to the more conventional streamers, and it's a very personalized experience. Very, very cool because you can interact through chat, through being a subscriber. So it's not just like that indirect influence of watching and then not interacting. Whereas having the chat around, you can have that open, you can watch that. And I almost wish there was a way to have chats open for those type of events. Granted, Twitch chat can be a little obnoxious, very toxic at times, but sometimes it's cool to see everyone react with the emojis that are exclusive to Twitch. So that's a cool way that I've found to supplement for Netflix. And I already pay for internet. Internet's essential in today's day and age. So might as well capitalize on those services and support the more personalized content. The final reason, and I know a lot of you small town viewers will not be able to capitalize on this like I have, but to a smaller extent you can. I have access to maybe one of my favorite additions to my scope is access to the public library. Indianapolis has a phenomenal public library system. I have, if I were able to show you on my keys, my library card is on my keys. They have miniature ones. They have the ones in your pocket like you're used to having. And you can use their online website, check their library of movies and TV shows even, and say, hey, I want to watch this season of a show or this complete series of a show. And, they may have it, and, they may get it. So I've been able to enjoy a lot of different shows, different cartoons, different movies, go back and watch some classics that I hadn't seen, and I have some ones that I really want to focus on watching. So that's an awesome way that I've been able to do it. I'm able to put those movies on hold at my own library. I live right across the street from a library. Pick it up whenever I get my email notification that it's available, and then watch it, and then drop it off whenever I'm done with it. So it's an awesome service. It's very and it's free. I don't have to worry about, unless I mess up and have to pay a fee, but usually it's only $2. Not a big deal, and it goes to supporting the library. So big props to the library. Everyone should be taking advantage of it, especially if they have an online database. Use that, and then you can even save yourself some money. And even if you get interested in a book piques your interest, you can check that out. So that's why I don't have Netflix, guys. I hear a lot of you guys saying, how do you do it? How do you do it? How do you not have a streaming service? How do you not have Hulu? And I'm like, I don't need it. I don't watch TV, but when I do, I have things to supplement it. So I appreciate you guys always tuning into my content. You guys will be seeing a lot of me at Big House. I mean, you even see this sleeping bag here. Taking it just in case for the hotel room. Things get a little crazy, as a lot of you tournament goers know it can be. So we got that. It's going to be a great weekend. It's going to be a great season. Thank you guys so much for tuning in to another video, another Talk and Drive. I've got some more ideas coming. Got some more planned for this season. If you like what you see, make sure to subscribe below. Somewhere down here, you know the drill. Somewhere down here, somewhere down here. All right. And for you diehards that really enjoy my content, make sure you share the video. I very much appreciate it. So you guys will see me around. So I'm Dylan, OMD, whatever you want to call me. And it's another Buzz Aplenty Talk and Drive.